Okay, friends, so by the sign of this blank healing pad, well, I'm going to explain that next in Psycho for Tycho.
From Tycho, of course.
Alrighty, friends, so let me kind of explain what's going on here. Obviously, I've got the blank healing pad with some paint splotches on here. And the reason is obvious if you read the title. The other part of the reason is with our Super 630 project, I'm waiting on parts. Still, the good news is I found my serro bend, so we're good on that. So yeah, I'm waiting on a whole bunch of parts, and unfortunately yesterday a bomb was dropped on me at the plant. We're going through a big schedule change now, so instead of me working 2 days on, 2 days off, and then 2 more days on and 3 days off, we're going to a 5-day, 8-hour shift for the next couple of months. While that's great because it means I get Saturday and Sunday off, it's not so great because I can't really do a lot of projects. Not that I have been doing a lot of projects. And speaking about a lot of projects, I got a lot of upcoming projects after I'm done with our 630. And one of these projects is, well, I found a whole bunch of these floating around in my junk box. I got a bunch of covered hoppers that really they could use a new lease on life on them. And I'm already working on one with one of the AccuRail bottoms. And this one is, wow, that got stuck right in my fingernail and just decided it was going to come right off. This one's been a challenge because I think this is an Athearn, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm working on an AccuRail one here. And the AccuRail underframe is just being a test for these hoppers. I have like a bunch of them. Now, so far, this one's been coming along good. I was able to match the paint up with the gray. The problem is, here is the ends. And once I get this piece put together, I'm going to be working on a couple of others. So this one's not really being videotaped for reasons, like I said. I'm trying to see how to make things work so I can make the video flow a little bit better. But yeah, that's just one of the projects. Another project I've got going on that I will be working with you folks is roundhouse kits. And I found this Pullman Palace car on eBay. And we're going to talk a little bit about these. This one's actually the perfect era for my classic Tonopah and Tidewater Railroad. And speaking of the Tonopah and Tidewater and the Tonopah and Goldfield roads, another project, another shell. This one's going to be a fun one. We're going to build this into an excursion car. This should be a really fast, hopefully one-night project. I'm not sure yet. And then also for my Tonopah and Tidewater, I got a lot of Tonopah and Tidewater stuff coming forward. I've got another review of State Tool & Die. This is going to be their M290 nuclear transport car. I'm waiting on the new buffer cars for that. Because if you've seen in my short, I'm still using the old type of buffer car buffering, which is end-of-life hoppers. And I'll be explaining that one. Now also, on the list, yes, I'm Psycho for Tycho, and we have Tycho kits that we're going to be talking about. And this is something I'm doing some research into. This isn't the particular one I'm going to be using. However, I do need a lot of the parts to build the Goldfield Consolidated Mines #1 locomotive, which we'll be talking about a little bit. And also with kits, and also with, yep, Tonopah Tidewater again. This is one of the Roundhouse Old Timer 280s. And we're going to be doing this one, building, detailing, upgrading, and all that sort of fun stuff. So again, I got to do some more research on this. Then I'm also talking about Hobbytown of Boston. This is a cast metal Hobbytown RS3 that doesn't run. So we're going to talk about the Hobbytown kits and how I'm going to try and rebuild this darn thing. And speaking about rebuilding, the ultimate project, Tonopah and Goldfield #10. Another pain in the Tookus type conversion, similar to my Tonopah Tidewater #6. This is a basket case brass unit that I don't even remember where I picked it up. And when I mean basket case is, yeah, this thing's been through the ringer. Another thing we're going to be talking about is adding figurines. And this one I'm working on for my TNT #7, the Roundhouse kit. And we're going to be talking about painting figurines, which this one still needs a little bit of finishing. That's the majority of projects that I've got going on right now. Projects that are not being shown, just for reasons of space and because I'm being lazy, is we are going to be re-DCCing one of the Bachmann GP38s. I was going into some research about that, and I want to get on a rant on that one. But, yeah, we're going to try and get better sound out of one of our sound value GP38-2s. So that's about it for upcoming projects. Like I said, I'm waiting on specific parts for the C630, but I did want to get a video out, obviously, because I did say every 2 weeks. I did want to give you an update on my, my life update on what's going on. I'm not going to be doing these rebuilds in any particular order. Like I say, I'm still trying to work on finishing up this job as a test project, and then we'll see if we can get a new one going. Now, one of the things I have found out about this is these ends do not fit, so I've got to cut them down and get that all set, and then I got to order some more of these from AccuRail. I've got a Milwaukee Road and I've got a Burlington Northern hopper of the same style that I've got to figure out, and I've got a couple of other covered hoppers, but they're the ACF center flows that I have to look at and figure out what I got to do with those. So I'm doing a lot of restoration and I'm doing a lot of modifications, and I think after we go with the C630, it's either going to be this hopper or we're going to be building an excursion car. Probably going with the excursion car. Actually, no, not going to do any of those yet. I do want to get this one done before the season's out, which is our Pullman Palace car. We're going to be doing the assembly on this one. It goes without saying, this is going to be Tonopah and Tidewater. So, yeah, that's about all I have for this week. I'm not exactly sure how the scheduling is going to be going. If I'm going to be able to crank the 630 out next week, I'm going to try. The problem is, with the way the new schedule is, it starts at 5 in the morning and it goes to 1 in the afternoon. 5 in the morning is fine, except I've got to drive from Reno down to USA Parkway, which means I have to leave early in the bloody morning. And when I get back at 1 o'clock, it is going to be hotter than Hades in our workshop here. So that's going to be one of those wait and see proposals. As autumn comes around and it gets a little bit cooler, I think we'll be able to crank out some more videos at least before the holiday season. So, hey, I want to appreciate your patience. I want to appreciate your feedback. I know I don't get a lot of comments on my channel. Comments are always welcome. So, we'll get on with that, and we will see you at the next episode of Psycho for Tycho. Hey friends, thanks for watching the video. I know you're at the end, but if you like this video, just remember, every 2 weeks I'm going to be bringing out a new video on budget model railroading, the history of Tycho trains, the history of other model railroad companies, and some how-to things that maybe you've never learned before or you've known and you want to share with your friends but you never knew how. Well, here's the way. All you got to do on this video is like, share, subscribe, and if you want notifications, hit the little bell there, which I still don't know how to do, but we'll figure it out eventually. But until then, hey, we'll see you in the next video, and I am Psycho for Tycho.